Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Excellency Mr. Hafsan Afzal Khan, Consul General Pakistan, Dubai, UAE, members of the Pakistan Business Council, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is my proud privilege to be here at the Pakistan Pavilion to introduce you to Pakistan's single window. So the scheme of today's event will be as follows. There's a short video which we will play, which will introduce you to the Pakistan single window. It will be followed by a brief presentation to be delivered by Mr. Yawar Nawaz, additional collector, now serving in Pakistan single window, and which will be followed by we'll request Excellency Consul General to share his thoughts. And at the end, Mr. Naveed Abbas Memon, Chief Domain Officer, will give a note of thanks. So we begin with the short video. Thank you.
Pakistan is strategically located to become a hub for international transit and trade. While it has invested heavily in seaports, motorways, and other physical infrastructure, it lacks a comprehensive regulatory system to speed up the flow of goods into and out of the country. Pakistan Customs automated system WeBock clears 95% of international exports and imports electronically. But traders must still comply with non-customs regulations set by various government agencies that mostly use paper-based systems.
زمونږ چې دا کومې موجوده چې کومې سرګرمۍ دي کومې ادارې دي کسټم خو مونږ له ویباک راوستلی دی مونږ تر زیات مطمئن یو خو چونکې دلته ایکسپورټ چې کوم کې مونږ فرش فروټ دی ویجیټیبل دی دا زمونږ د بینک د لاسه او د کوریډور د لاسه دلته چې کوم دی هفتو ولاړي نو هغه نه بعد بیا مونږ چې دا کله ویسو نو هغه ډېر زیات خراب شي.
A new digital platform will transform this trading landscape. The Pakistan single window will automate and integrate cross-border procedures of customs and other government agencies, making trade faster, easier, and cheaper. Through the Pakistan single window, traders will be able to submit customs declarations, permits, and other information required by several government agencies through a single digital portal. Complete and updated fiscal, regulatory, and statistical information will be readily available. Obtaining permits to move goods will be quicker, without the need of physical visits to agencies.
With the paradigm shift in Pakistan's population to almost 50% female, more and more women are entering the workforce as well as business. And Pakistan's single window offers an encouraging climate of inclusion and ease of doing business, being an online portal. So it is expected that more women can benefit and enter into trade of goods and services.
The new system will reduce delays and difficulties in processing cargo, which clog ports and add costs.
The service sector or the logistics sector in this case cannot move unless they have an enabling environment. So the world has changed so much in the last 1 year, and it's very, very imperative. It's a fundamental rule of business that you have to be dynamic. You have to keep changing. The moment you stop, you regress. Use of technology is the biggest equalizer.
This digital system will bring Pakistan in line with other countries that are successfully using national single windows to facilitate trade. It will strengthen Pakistan's integration and cooperation with its neighbors and allow the country to fulfill its commitment under the World Trade Organization's Trade Facilitation Agreement, while boosting the local IT industry and helping small enterprises realize their e-commerce potential.
Revenue Division has succeeded in carrying out and implementing this complex undertaking. This will enable us to expand trade with the rest of the world and also enable FBR to enhance revenues that are due to the government from trade-related taxes and levies.
The Pakistan single window is a step closer to a more digital Pakistan that will help the country achieve faster, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth.
Cross-border trade and international trade has traditionally been fraught with huge volumes of paperwork and red tape and delays, and which lead to huge costs. And that is a significant barrier for trade. So what this program seeks to do is it seeks to integrate 74 government divisions and government departments on a single digital platform, thereby reducing costs and thereby reducing delays and providing ease of international trade. So I'm very grateful for the technical and financial support from especially the Asian Development Bank, the USAID, and the IFC, who are providing us with the technical expertise and the funds to roll out this project. We are constantly engaged with them, and we're looking forward to an easier cross-border international trade once we implement the Pakistan single window system. And the Prime Minister has formulated a special steering committee under the Finance Minister, and by June 2022, we believe we would have achieved the landmark of the Pakistan single window.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Yawar Nawaz. I'm Additional Collector of Customs, and I'm working as Domain Officer in Pakistan Single Window. I'll give you a brief introduction, a presentation on brief introduction of Pakistan Single Window, what it is going to do, what services and features will be available in Pakistan Single Window, and what will be the benefits for trade community after launch of this Pakistan Single Window. So Pakistan Single Window is going to transform Pakistan's international trade. Next, please. The scheme of presentation will be that we'll set the context, then we'll let you know what this PSW will be doing, followed by features, then its subscription and port community system. Then we are going to re-engineer cross-border trade financial sector, and we'll also be telling you about the trade information portal, then what will be the dividends for cross-border traders and opportunities for overseas Pakistanis. And last but not the least, we'll discuss the way forward. Next, please. So we all know that efficient cross-border trade is very important for economies, for progress of economies, particularly the exports. Every economy, every country, every government tries to boost its exports, as it is it's a very important source for attracting foreign direct investment, foreign exchange, etc. So we, as PSW, are working to create ease of doing business, reducing cost for doing business in Pakistan, and we want to improve Pakistan's rating and making it a trade and transit hub. There are about 75 trade regulators in Pakistan who regulate international trade in one way or the other by issuing some licenses, permits, NOCs, etc. And all of them are working in silos, and most of them are working on manual paper-based work. So we are going to transform them by automating them, and this PSW is going to overhaul management of external trade transit and fulfill commitments under the WTO's TFA. We are signatory of WTO's TFA, and it is an international obligation on Pakistan to introduce a single window system. Next, please. These are some of the stats or comparison showing the cost and time per TEU, which we can see that Pakistan lags behind from the regional competitors. Next, please. In exports as well, we are lagging far behind from the regional competitors in terms of clearance time and cost that is incurred in clearance of each and every TEU. And this report or these figures are based on World Bank's Doing Business report of 2020. Next, please. So what is single window? A single window is basically an information and communication technology-based platform that is going to connect or integrate various government departments on a single platform by re-engineering their processes, meaning thereby that we are going to simplify the processes, removing redundancies and duplications. For example, in cross-border trade, the cross-border trade is heavily documented sector. So a trader has to submit various applications and declarations to various organizations, government organizations, for clearance of each and every consignment. So we are going to remove the redundancy. A trader will give a single declaration once, and that will be treated as that will be processed parallel
by all the government organizations, and a trader's consignment will be cleared and NOCs or permits will be issued by the time his consignment reaches the port or gets ready for boarding the vessel in case of exports, or for gets ready to be cleared out of the port in case of imports. Next, please. This is some pictorial depiction how trade is being done right now in Pakistan. A trader has to interact with various stakeholders individually. He has to run from pillar to post, submitting various documents, submitting fees in the banks, and which is very cumbersome, which is costly, and it is time consuming. Whereas in post PSW environment, next please, the trader will be providing information through this portal. The information will be transmitted to all the stakeholders by the single window. All of them will start working or processing the request simultaneously and give their output back to the single window, which will be transmitted to the trader as well as relevant authorities for clearance of the consignment. Next, please. So this is how it is going to integrate the regional authorities as well. The single window will cover the customs clearance, then it will cover processing of LPCOs by government organizations. Through its port community system, the regional data or information exchange will be established and going beyond borders to a global level, subsequently or finally. Next, please. These are some of the features of Pakistan single window. We are going to introduce a single declaration, meaning thereby that you are going to give an information regarding your consignment once for all. These data elements or information will be submitted to different organizations or the relevant organizations who will start parallel processing and for the clearance of that consignment. We are also introducing unified payment system, which means that right now the traders have to pay fees of different organizations in their relevant banks. Through most of them have manual operations, so bank challans have to be submitted, have to be issued and submitted in various bank branches. In single window, a single bill will be raised to the trader after clearance of his consignment, and that payment will be made through online systems, and that upon receipt of that payment, these amounts will be disbursed to relevant stakeholders through single window. The unified registration covers subscription of Pakistan single window, the customs registration, that is few businesses are registered with customs as clearing agents or like that. Then certain organizations require pre-registration of premises of a trader or products. So those registrations will also be handled through this unified system. Then we have integrated tariff management system, which is the backbone of this system. Right now, Pakistan is following 8-digit HS codes. We call them PCT headings, Pakistan Customs Tariff headings. We are bringing it to 12 digits. The last 4 digits will be covering or indicating our regulatory requirements. Once you enter those 4 digits, the system on the basis of artificial intelligence will take the declaration to relevant stakeholder or the relevant regulatory authority. Next, please. Integrated risk management system. Right now, most of the manual operations are being carried out like on the basis of 100% inspections, which is an intrusive method. It's time consuming and it adds cost of clearance of goods to the trader. We are introducing an integrated risk management system. We already have it in customs clearance system, but we are expanding it to all the government organizations. If you carry a good profile with government organizations, your request will be processed within few minutes after filing of declaration. Then we are also developing a user management system. This is basically for internal stakeholders use, because most of the government organizations are having manual operations. We are developing interface for them, and we are giving them this user management system through which they will be processing the requests for issuance of any NOC or permit or license like that. We are also integrating labs through our lab management system. Clearance of many goods require lab testing by some accredited labs. So we are bringing them to this platform so that the trader can see end-to-end, the trader can see what is happening to his samples. We're also developing trade information portal this feature will be available to non-subscribers as well, especially overseas Pakistanis or the trading community abroad can benefit a lot from it, as most of the almost all the information related to imports or exports of a particular commodity to Pakistan or from Pakistan will be available here, including the tariff structure, the regulatory requirements, how to meet those regulatory requirements, what are the processes involved, all things will be covered here. We are also developing a port community system, which is basically which will be linking port-related stakeholders or logistic stakeholders to this system, which includes terminal operators, shipping lines, bonded carriers, so that a consignment may be provided end-to-end solution right from the vessel to the premises of the trader. Next, please. Coming to the subscription of PSW, right now we are running a VBOX system, which is the customs clearance system of Pakistan Customs. And getting a registration for VBOX is quite cumbersome, involving large amount of documents, physical inspections, and various other steps. We have made it very simple. It's as simple as getting a Facebook ID. You just click onto or click to the, you just access the PSW website. You enter your NTN and your CNI, the CNIC and the phone number. The system will run the validations. Upon that, a PSID will be generated, which the subscriber will pay. It's rupees 500 and can be paid online. Then it will be authentic. You will be sent OTPs on your email address and the given mobile number. Step number 5 is the only step where some physical engagement of the subscriber is required, where he has to go to the Nadra Sahulat Center and get a biometric verification done. Once all these steps are successfully done, the user ID and password will be transmitted to the subscriber in his given email address, and that's it. Next, please. We have a short video for this process, which will be played now. So, while as you know that the purpose of this single window is to create ease of doing business and facilitate our trade. So we have come across various scenarios where foreign nationals or companies are also interested to invest in Pakistan and do business in Pakistan. So catering to their needs, we have also created an alternate procedure for their subscription. The foreign nationals and companies having Pakistani principal officers will be providing CNIC or particulars of their principal officer or authorized representative present in Pakistan. And the subscription process will be done on the basis of that. In case a foreign national or the company doesn't have any representative, Pakistani representative in Pakistan, then their bank account will be used for verification purposes, and they will be able to subscribe to Pakistan single window. Next, please. This is a very important feature of Pakistan single window, the port community system. In this system, information on vessel schedules, arrivals, departures, calls, all these things will be available. And these are all pre-arrival. These will be pre-arrival information. Then containers, cargo declarations will also be made through this. Transshipment and dangerous goods declarations will also be carried out through this port community system. Customs manifest, which we call IGM or the VIR Vessel Information Report, imports, exports, list of containers and clearance, their real-time data, their real-time status, what is coming in, what is going out, what has come in, what has gone out, everything will be available through this port community system. So status of cargo with track and trace will be available, and booking request for not only transportation, but the terminal operators status, terminal operators operations, everything will be connected through this port community system so that you may be able to clear your consignment while it is still on the vessel, and before its disembarkment, it will be cleared and ready to be delivered at your premises. Next, please. These are some of the stakeholders that will be connected through port community system. As complex as PSW, it links all stakeholders on logistics side for efficient cargo management and regulatory compliance. It integrates port-related business to government, government to government, and business to business transactions, which means that a trader will be connected with the terminal operator, with the bonded carrier, with the transporter, with shipping lines. Then various government organizations like port authorities, like customs, they will be connected. And then B2G, like for compliance purpose, trader will be connected with various government organizations such as customs, port authorities, and various other regulators. The lack of PCS main cause of port congestion because there are gaps in the communication. So these will be covered through this port community system. Next, please. We are also going to re-engineer, rather we have re-engineered the cross-border financial transactions by eliminating Form I and Form E. You might be knowing that in Pakistan, when you are exporting something, you have a financial instrument issued by a bank, and then you have to get a Form E issued. Similarly, in case of imports, you have to get a financial instrument, and then you have to apply for Form I before clearance of goods. So that Form I and E, being a redundant step, has been eliminated. We are integrating all the commercial banks with Pakistan single window. So far, we have integrated 12 banks successfully, and we have eliminated E-form and I-form requirement. So once a financial instrument is issued, the trader will have to create a bank profile in the Pakistan single window. The bank will push all the financial instruments issued to that trader directly in PSW system, and that financial instrument will be required to be tagged with or associated with the particular single declaration or goods declaration, and that's it. Rest of the process of clearance and clearance of those clearing those instruments and settlements will be taken up subsequently. Next, please. Sorry. Okay. Please play that. For this process, we also have a small video.
Pakistan's single window is making international trade in Pakistan easy, efficient, and hassle-free. PSW has simplified bank, remittance, systems for cross-border trade by removing the EIF and EFE forms for clearing import and export consignments. You no longer need to stand in long lines at your bank. Just link your banking profiles with PSW and make import and export related remittances online. Simply go to psw.gov.pk registration and click Associate New Profile in the Bank section. Enter valid IBAN, your registered email and mobile number, and submit your banking profile for verification to the electronic data interchange. Create the GD and select your bank. Associate your financial instrument. Your bank will communicate the details with PSW. You can view, add, and even transfer your financial instruments from one bank to another. You don't need a financial instrument for open accounts or imports warranting cash margin. Simply tell your bank who will communicate the fulfillment of this requirement to PSW. Approach your bank to finalize the foreign exchange remittance and settlement of the transaction. And you're done. You have associated your banking profile and can complete import and export related remittances in PSW, Pakistan's single window, transforming Pakistan's international trade.
So coming to Trade Information Portal, as I earlier said, that this is for information of non-subscribers as well. It will have a complete catalog of all the laws, the procedures, regulations, instructions, measures, and other links related to cross-border trade. There will be updated information available related to any HS code or the commodity, along with regulatory authorities that are involved in, in import or export of that particular commodity. Then there will also be information available regarding non-government bodies such as trade associations or the chambers, which have some role or which can be of any help to the person who is interested in importing from Pakistan or exporting to Pakistan any goods. This commodity information tariff is also coupled with taxes and duty calculator. If you put or give an input of some value that you think that will be the transaction value of that commodity, it will also give you a calculation of duty and taxes that will be involved. And it will also provide updated trade directories and trade statistics, which will be of help to the traders seeing which markets are beneficial for the traders. And PSW's ITMS and various other components will work on in the back end for provision of this information. From the perspective of business community in overseas business community, Pakistani overseas business community, it will be a very helpful tool because you will be able to get all the relevant information while sitting here, and you will be getting all the regulatory information, the paperwork involved, the tax structure. So sitting here, you can very well do your costing, do your market survey by looking at the trade statistics and things like that. So this tool is very beneficial for the people who are living abroad and doing trade with Pakistan, either sending something to Pakistan or importing here from Pakistan. Next, please. This is the value of single window for government. We have effective and efficient deployment of resources. Then our integrity and transparency will be increased because all the data, all the information will be available to the traders on real-time basis. So transparency will, of course, be enhanced. And will have improved trade compliance because our system will be working on risk management system and risk rules, and that artificial intelligence system will be looking at each and every consignment at times which can be overlooked by human beings, will be recorded in the system, and system will automatically analyzing each and every information, which will improve our traders compliance and will give us correct revenue yields. For private sector, it will improve predictability, transparency, as I earlier said. It will improve efficiency by reducing time and costs, and it will increase your competitiveness globally and at home. Next, please. So dividends for cross-border traders will be that it will enhance the visibility, transparency, and communication as the system is giving you all the statuses of your consignment. System will be providing much of the information on real-time basis. So you will be able to track your consignments. You will be seeing what is happening to your consignment due to real-time information exchange. It envisages least physical contact or engagement between the stakeholders. All the government organizations will be a click away, and you need not to go to any office or run from pillar to post to get things done. It will also readily provide information pertaining to trading in goods, and it will simplify the processes. We are re-engineering many processes. We are reducing redundancies, and it will also ensure prompt redressal of issues and improved end-to-end supply chain management. Next, please. So as far as opportunities for overseas Pakistanis are concerned, of course, they will be able to see that to enhance or boost their trade through improved and simplified procedures. Your competitiveness may increase because of reduced costs and reduced time taken to clear the goods, or time taken to send goods to Pakistan or bring goods from Pakistan. Then it will ensure quick clearance of consignments, reducing the dwell time. You will not be having heavy damages or detention charges, then government departments will be just a click away, and you can take active part in global supply chain, and you will have more time to devote to your business development and marketing of products, and you will be sure that you will be sure that if I want to deal in a particular product, these are the regulations, these are the costs involved, and that is why you will be benefiting from it. Next, please. So way forward, what are our future plans? We are integrating various departments. In phase one, we have integrated 4 departments, which is Department of Plant Protection, then Animal Quarantine Department, PSQCA, and FSCRD. In this year, we are going to establish linkages with Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Drug Regulatory Authority, Marine Mercantile Department. This department deals with regulations related to port clearance or port community. And we are also going to integrate Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. Then we are going to operationalize our trade information portal in March 2022, most probably. And we are also going to operationalize our integrated management system and lab management system by end of this financial year. And we are also going to roll out our advance or pre-arrival declarations and clearance. We have started it for air cargo, and we will be rolling out for sea cargo coming by sea as well. Next, please. So with this, ladies and gentlemen, I conclude, and I thank you, all of you. Now I will invite His Excellency to say a few words. Please, sir.
Thank you so much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable senior officials of Customs and FBR, I believe. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear colleagues, Assalamu alaikum. I'm extremely honored that I've been given this opportunity on this forum. This Pakistan single window, we have been hearing about it for quite a number of years, and it's really very good news that finally we are on the stage where it's being announced, or probably in June 22, it will be finally rolled out. This single window will undoubtedly change the trade environment, the businesses in Pakistan, and what this government believes, the enhancement of investment in Pakistan, and also the ease of doing business, especially for the overseas Pakistanis. So this is one thing that we all Pakistan should be very proud of. And the credit goes to the team that has worked really hard for this one. Also, the information portal that you are saying that will be announced by March, that is also a very big step for the overseas community over here for doing businesses in Pakistan. So the major hard work is done, and now you have chosen the right forum as well, this expo, and using its forum to at least inform the Pakistani businessmen in UAE about this launching of PSW and information portal and other steps that you are taking. This is a very right start from your side. And then we have to move forward. We have a commercial counselor over here. We have a commercial section, and this team and consulate and the embassy in UAE should be able to pass on this information to the Pakistani businessmen in UAE so that they all can benefit from this wonderful service, which I believe, as I take it from your presentation, that the time and the time will be reduced massively. So with those words, I again thank you, and we are here to support you and to share this wonderful news with the Pakistani community in UAE. Thank you so much.
We are really grateful to Sir Hassan, Sir Rizwan, Sir Adim, and my dear friend Gyan for coming to this event and helping us to arrange this. I think this is just a start. We have just started. We were working on have been working on this project since last 2 years, but now we have started to deliver. We have launched our subscription, which is we have got around more than 35,000 users by now, and it's a very, I think, kind of revolutionary step. Previously, it took around more than 20 days to just complete registration process with customs in order to perform any cross-border trade transactions. But now it is done in only 5 to 10 minutes. So the purpose of each and every project involved in this Pakistan single window is to create as much ease of doing business and trade facilitation as possible. So with the passage of time, it rolls out. You will see what we will be achieving. And as a overseas Pakistani in a country where you interact with internationally with other people, other nations, so we will be having some good few words to share with them that what is going on in Pakistan and what our government, what our people are doing for the improvement of trade, especially in cross-border trade. So with these words, I think we just came here to showcase about this product and the Pakistan Windows future endeavors. So with these words, I say thank you to you, and we have some souvenirs, shields from Pakistan. So please. Yeah, sure, please. Sorry. I just forgot. It was in the plan, my plan. Just
Anyway, my question is, will this work, this PSW from here itself also, from UAE? Because at the moment, IRS, EFBR, VBOC, they don't work from here. Perhaps on some problem with the hacking problem that occurred. So will this work from here, or we have to go to Pakistan?
Yeah, it's in the plan. Actually, we have after that problem with the FPR database. So there is something going on there to make it more secure. So definitely it will be working from it. Trade information portal is currently, this is hosted in another country for the time being. So it's very much there because it is not currently hosted in Pakistan now. So for trade information portal for the coming 1 year, it is available to all overseas Pakistanis. But for single window, we will be working to make it workable from here also. So, but not currently now, due to that disaster which was we witnessed during last few days. We are transferring our database from a database center from FBR to another place. So once we are okay with that, so we will be allowing you to work from here also. Any? Thank you.
हाँ मैं पहले ताहिर साहब को मिला लेता हूँ फिर अदीम साहब को दें लास्ट में कौन सा साहब को दें दे दें सर अगर अदीम है ना कि ये टीड आपका अभी क्या बताता है रिजवान इसको रिजवान है ना So may I request Mr. Rizwan to please come over and have his receive his souvenir. So this is a just token of thanks for being supportive to us. May I request Sir Adim to please come. No, ऐसे ठीक. Now may I request His Excellency the Consul General of Pakistan to receive his souvenir.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for patiently listening and for coming all the way to attend this event. We're looking forward to have business with you. And in case you have any queries, you need any support, we have our support system as well, which is displayed on our website as well. The email address and the UAN. You may ask any questions. You may contact Pakistan Single Window team. We'll be glad to assist you whatever we can. Thank you very much. Have a good day.